Hello legends and welcome back to the channel. Today I have 5 of the best Final Fantasy XIV jobs that you would want to try out as a new player. But first, coffee. Now let's get into the video. The first best job that I would recommend for new players in Final Fantasy XIV is the Arcanist, because when you reach level 30, both of these classes level up simultaneously. So if you start off as an Arcanist, when you reach level 30, you will be able to start leveling Scholar simultaneously. So your Summoner and your Scholar will start to level up, which I think is really cool because it gives you as a new player multiple jobs to try out. You're not putting in double the amount of time to level 2 jobs at once. You're leveling up a DPS and a healer at the same time. So as a new player into Final Fantasy XIV or the MMO genre entirely, this would be good because Final Fantasy XIV is set up for you to use multiple jobs. So if one day you get sick of your carbuncle and you're tired of DPSing, then you can try out a Scholar and try healing. The second best job that I would recommend for new players in Final Fantasy XIV is the Marauder. Starting out as a Marauder is really helpful. Why? The warrior as a role in Final Fantasy XIV is a tank. In other games, you're able to play a warrior as a DPS class, whatever it may be, but in Final Fantasy XIV, you're soloing things, warrior is perfect because they do a lot of damage and they don't take a lot of damage. It's a really good class for a new player to try out because the survivability is really high. Number 3, let's get into more of like a melee DPS, right? So you want to do more damage than a warrior, you want to fly around, you want to be more flashy. In Final Fantasy XIV, the jobs are tied to your weapon. So specifically, the warrior can only use a two-handed axe. So if you're used to World of Warcraft or Guild Wars 2 where you can use multiple weapons for your single class, then this might be a problem because a lot of my friends who like and play MMOs enjoy dual wielding, and that was a big issue for me in the beginning of the game as a melee DPS. The only option that you have is the rogue. So coming in at number 3, I highly recommend the Rogue. The Rogue has a really cool beginner story quest line. If you're into pirates, Captain Jack Sparrow, this is definitely the class for you to try out. Despite being a melee DPS and getting up close, the Rogue has a lot of survivability options. It can evade, it can heal. At a higher level, it actually has stealth. At level 20, your run speed is increased, which is a huge part of why I recommend this to new players. It's the perfect class to play before starting to unlock your Chocobo mount for that increased movement speed. In the main cities, you can't mount up, so having a rogue unlocked at level 20 allows you to go from quest to quest or area to area quicker than any other class does. When you reach level 30, your rogue can level up into a ninja with its job stone. If you're interested in anime and you really love ninjas, if the warrior was too slow for you, then definitely pick up a rogue. I tried out the rogue as my second class and I really loved it. The thing that I like about Final Fantasy XIV classes and jobs that separate it from other MMORPGs is the fact that they have combos. Every class has a combo that you can utilize. The ninja has a lot of combos. Majority of people recommend setting up macros for your ninja because the hand signs called mudras are very in-depth. You can do a combination of hand signs in order to get the result. For example, one set of hand signs produces a shuriken, when another set of hand signs produces a fireball. You get the idea. But it's a really fun class and I highly recommend that you try it out. The fourth job that I recommend people try out in Final Fantasy XIV is the Lancer. If you're new to MMORPGs, I highly recommend this class because it is very easy to play. You do a lot of damage, it has good group support, and it has some pretty cool combos once you level them up. Once you level up the Lancer into a Dragoon, you unlock some AoE abilities, you can actually start leaping around the map. It's pretty cool. They have like a jump attack, so if you're used to other MMORPGs, imagine like, you know, a warrior or a feral druid's leap type of thing, but a lot more dramatic and with a lot more splash and pizzazz. The fifth Final Fantasy XIV job that I would recommend is the Ranger. The Ranger is the only ranged physical DPS that you can start off with in the game. It is kind of in comparison to the Dragoon in its simplicity, but once you start leveling it up, it unlocks a lot more complex options. I would also say that it is among one of the best support classes in the game. When the ranger levels up into a bard, you can play songs that actually buff your party members. So if you're interested in DPSing from a ranged, from afar, and supporting people, then this is definitely the class for you. I can never make it through a video without finishing all my coffee. Oh well. If you're interested in following my Final Fantasy XIV journey, I do stream over on twitch.tv/Geegan. I will leave a link in the description down below. Time to go make some more.